Welcome back to News 12 this morning. We're happy to have you on board as we learn about the latest chapter book from a local author and my former theater teacher from Sequatchie County High School. Natalie Kimbell is here to give us all the details about the weather remains the same. Thank you for making the time to be here.
Well, thank you for letting me come. This is great. I'm excited.
So fun. So obviously you just wrapped up a really renowned career, I want to say, at Sequatchie County High School. You just finished over 40 years teaching, is that correct?
Yes, 42 years teaching school. 1 year in Whitwell and 1 year at all the other years at Sequatchie County High School.
That really is amazing. You've touched so many students, specifically in the Tennessee Valley and those smaller counties that I'm from, and I know that you're from, and we get to all share those amazing memories, and I know a lot of students credit a lot to you. Tell me exactly about your latest publication. What really went into the inspiration behind this?
Okay, so poetry is my therapy. Okay, if it weren't for writing, I don't know what I would do. So writing this particular book has to do a lot with grief.
Yeah.
And my first book on Phillips Creek talked about my family and some dealing with grief. But
sure.
this one has dealt with the loss of students, with the loss of teachers that I've loved, with the loss of just age.
Yeah.
I mean, it covers anything you can imagine, loss of love. So, I mean, that's pretty much the theme, you know. But it also has a hopeful turn, you know, that you don't have to wallow in grief. There's a way out.
Absolutely.
If you just keep, you know, plugging along slowly, you'll get there. So
I think that's such a good thing. And when you were telling me a little bit about this, we were looking specifically at the book. I came up, and if you look closer at this picture, this is the scenic overlook, right?
Right,
in Sequatchie County.
Right.
So it's such a beautiful spot for, I mean, tourists pass it all the time, take a bunch of pictures, but it's such a great image. Just love the light peeking through from the skyline. Tell me kind of what went into the timing or the name, The Weather Remains the Same.
Okay, so I have to plug Stephanie Spring Tate, who did the photograph and the cover work.
It's beautiful.
But the title comes from a horrific accident where two of my students, right after they graduated from high school, were killed in an automobile accident. And the day that they passed, I wrote this poem trying to deal with the loss. Absolutely. Because I cared about them both.
Absolutely.
They just graduated, they had so much potential, and it was all just taken away. And the weather it was a beautiful day, so the weather remains the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't change, so it doesn't feel for us the way we want it to feel.
Absolutely.
So, but that's what came.
And I think that's such a big thing, because that is a lot of, obviously, when grief happens, it happens to all of us. You can't avoid it, no matter what it's going to happen to you. For you, for your family, whoever's going through this problem, it seems like, you know, it's world shattering. It feels so hard, but there's a lot of people who just go about their normal day.
That's right.
There's beautiful weather may happen, and so there's a lot of blessings that we can take from that, but it also is very hard when it happens in the moment. So telling me, as we're kind of wrapping things up this morning, what you want our viewers specifically to get from this work, and also if they want to look back at your past work to learn more about that.
Well, you know, poetry is that one job that actually pays less than teaching. And so I don't know why I went into this other than therapy.
Absolutely.
I would love for more people to pick up the book, but you know, I want people to write and want them to see the value of expressing themselves, whether it be in, you know, reading somebody else's work or writing themselves. You know, I'm a big proponent of writing, so you know, that's what I hope.
Absolutely.
So
I think that's
encourage
amazing.
people, because if I can do it, you know, anybody can. You know, that's how I feel.
Well, I want to refer to you as Miss Kimbell, because that's how I referred to you in high school. But thank you again for coming here this morning, and for obviously inspiring generations of students, and also inspiring all the writers and creatives out there. For the latest information, you can go visit her, nataliekimbell.com, as well as our website, wdef.com. We'll be posting some helpful links on there as well for you to get plugged in with her work. Stay with us. You're watching News 12 this morning, and this is The Place.